Hi everyone, I'm back again, and this time I will be telling you how to make a granny stitch. A granny stitch is the most versatile stitch, and this is what I'm working on right now. It's a colorful yarn, and I am planning of gifting a blanket to one of my friends made with this. And I love the stitch. The granny stitch. It's also known as the granny stripe once you're not going in squares. When you do the stitch straight, it's known as a granny stripe. Now you can make anything with it. You can make cushions, you can make baby blankets, you could make bed covers, you could make table covers with it. So many things that can be done with this, and it's really nice. And the way it seems as if it's interlocked like this, I love it. I love the stitch. Okay, now to start off with your granny stitch, you need to gather your yarn. I'll be using these two colors, this green and this purple, and since I have to do it just to show you, I'm going to make a smaller one. Now, the hook size is going to depend on the yarn you're using. The bigger your hook, the thicker your yarn, the bigger your piece is going to be. The smaller your hook, the smaller your yarn, then the smaller and more tight your piece is going to be. Okay, now to start off with, what you need to do is, after you've gathered your supplies, you make a slip knot and make it any way you are comfortable with making it. No hard and fast rules, as I've told you so many times. Okay, so you make your slip knot, and I've lost my edge. Here it is. After making your slip knot, what you need to do is, God, what did I do here? Sorry. Okay, after you make your slip knot, done, you are going to chain. Now for granny stripes, your chain should be a multiple of 3. You can chain is as big as you want, as small as you want, but it should be a multiple of 3. That means that it should be fully divisible by 3. You can start from, say, 30, and you can go as high as 400 or even 600 you want, but it should be a multiple of 3. Now, since I am doing a sample piece for you people, I am going to chain 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I've done my chain of 18. Now you are going to insert your hook in the third chain from the hook, this chain, and you are going to make a cluster of 3 double crochets. So pull up a loop, you have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, 2 loops left. Now pull through 2 more. In the same stitch, you are going to do 1 more, pull up a loop, pull through both, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, pull through 2 loops, and then pull through 2 loops. So I've done my cluster of 3. Sorry, I made a mistake here. I was only supposed to make 2, since this chain 3 here is going to count as a stitch. Sorry. Okay, now what you're going to do is that you are going to skip 2 stitches. Okay, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and in the third one you are going to make another cluster of double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Here you go. Skip 2 stitches again. 1, 1, 2, and in the third stitch insert your hook, make a cluster of 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Skip 2 stitches again. Now as you can see that you've started having gaps between your clusters. My yarn has knotted up. No, it hasn't. Yippee. There you go. You've had 1, 2, 3, 4 clusters so far. Skip 2 chains, and that's going to be 1 and 2, and this is the third chain. You put your hook in and you make a cluster of 3 double crochets again. There you go. Now you've reached the end. You have the last 3 ones. Okay, so you are going to insert your hook in the last chain. I've made mine quite tight. Insert your hook and make a cluster of 3 double crochets once again. There you go. Here you have your granny stripe ready. Now for the next row you are going to turn. You are going to chain 3, and then in the first chain space here you are going to make a cluster again. There you go. Now you have a chain space here as well. Since we had this cluster here, we couldn't start it, so we chained a 3, and then we made our cluster in the first chain gap we found. Then again in the second chain gap you are going to insert your hook and make a cluster again. 1, 2, and 3. Now in the next chain space again a cluster. 1, 2, and 3. In the next chain space a cluster again. 1, 2, 3. Next chain space. This is our last chain space. So 1, 2, 3. Now we've reached the end and we do not have a cluster here, so we are going to find the first chain 3 that we did, and the third stitch of it from the top you are going to insert your hook in and make a double crochet. Now if you want to change colors here, this is where you do it. You make a double crochet. When you have 2 loops left, you do not finish it. You simply snip off your yarn, attach your new color, and you are going to finish this stitch with this new color. So you put your hook in, pull through the loops, and your stitch is complete here. Now what I like to do is that I like to tie a knot. I like to tie my colors together so that they stay stiff, they don't open. I don't want any open stitches in my work. And then you're going to turn your work you are going to chain 3. 1 2 3. I am going to weave in these 2 tails that I have along with my work. Okay, so I'm going to put it here. I'm going to find the first gap. I'm going to do my double crochets, a cluster. Two, 3. Now I'm going to find the next chain space and do a cluster there too. 1 2 and 3. Another chain space, find the chain space and make a cluster there. And if I'm going too slow for you, please forward the video, and if I'm going too fast, pause the video, reach up to me, and then crochet along with me. Okay, now here what we are going to do is that we have our last chain space here. We made a space initially when we chained 3 when we reached here, so we are going to make another cluster here. 1 2 3, and you can keep going on, you can keep growing on these clusters. When if you want, you can keep adding colors as you go. This is what your granny stitch is going to look like, a granny stripe is going to look like. You can see how the stitches are interlocked, and I simply love the stitch. Here you go. I hope I was clear enough. If I wasn't, then please feel free to leave questions in the comments below. If there's something you want to make, if you want me to do to make my videos better, please tell me. I'll do that too. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe by pressing the button down below. Till then, I'll see you later. Take care. Be good. Bye bye.